Hi, my name is Bobby Abrol. I'm a doctoral student at the College of Education in the University of Houston. I'm going to share the methodology for my research. The topic of my research is a narrative inquiry into developing knowledge and identity of teachers in crossing bridges from pre-service to in-service education. Before sharing the methodology and its design, I would like to share the research questions. My first research question is, what kind of experiences facilitate construction and reconstruction of teachers' knowledge? And how do narratives enable possibilities in developing teachers' knowledge and identity? Coming to the research methodology, a researcher's worldview, values, myths, belief system will influence his or her inquiry orientation, choice of methods, mode of interpretations of the research study. Before I provide rationale for choice of inquiry methodology, I would like to tell a short mythological story from my childhood. So this is how the story begins. One day, Shiva's two sons decided to go on a race to take 3 rounds of the world. Instantly, the elder son Kartikeya soared on his peacock and flew around the world, crossing rivers, mountains, oceans. He went around the world 3 times. Meanwhile, his younger brother Ganesha simply walked around his parents, Shiva and Shakti. Kartikeya, who was confident of his triumph, when landed, saw Ganesha rejoicing his sweets and said, "I won!" Kartikeya was puzzled and asked, "How is it possible?" Ganesha said, "You went around the world, while I went around my world. Which is more important?" Well, my father would stop here and would say, "You'll find an answer when you'll grow up." It was one of the lost, forgotten stories till I heard it some 20 years later in a TED lecture by Devdutt Patnaik, a mythologist. His explanation behind the story instantly resonated with me and my research orientation. He explained the difference between the two worlds. The world, which is universal, objective, and factual, while my world is cultural, subjective, and full of stories, thoughts, hopes, and myths. We decide which world we want to live in, and we decide which story to live by. In my world, human beings actively engage in the subjective construction of truth, reality, knowledge in a meaning-making manner. In order to investigate my world of teachers, I needed a methodology which gives space to alternate ways of knowing, which acknowledges subjectivities, and give voice to both the researcher and the participants in a collaborative meaning-making endeavor. Therefore, narrative inquiry as a methodology is one such method which allows the my world of teachers to take into consideration. Some of the characteristics of narrative inquiry are: it is experiential, interpretative, and dialogical. It is fluid in nature, relational, socially and culturally embedded. It gives space to subjective truth. It is multidisciplinary and multi-voiced. As a narrative inquirer, I have firm faith in the power of stories told by teachers. I would like to share a small self-created movie which reflects